You're watching the BBC from London. Welcome to our 10 o'clock newscast. Our top story today: Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania have fallen to Russian forces. Ever since the collapse of the USA in 2025, NATO forces had to largely rely on British and German weapons. However, these weapons were proven to have no effect on the Russians. Reporting live from Warsaw, Poland, is our war correspondent Vincent Johnson. Vincent?
Thank you, Malcolm. Russian forces are within 160 kilometers of the Polish capital at this hour. Almost the entirety of Far Eastern Europe has surrendered to the Russians. Poland says that they will keep fighting until the very end, and it will take the full collapse of the country for them to surrender. This is Vincent Johnson, BBC News, Warsaw.
We will, obviously, monitor the situation as it progresses. In other news at this hour, how China is responding to the war in Europe amidst growing tensions in Taiwan.
This is the BBC from Glasgow. We interrupt this programme at the request of local broadcasting authorities within the city of Glasgow. Mass riots have ensued within the city. The intention of the rioters is not yet known at this time. All civilians are strongly advised to avoid this area. If you fail to avoid this area, you are putting your life in extreme danger. These rioters have been convicted of looting and vandalizing. The rioters are believed to have weapons. The National Guard is being deployed to this area as of the moment. For now, stay inside and stay tuned to local media outlets, such as the BBC, for more information on this event. Repeating, mass riots have ensued within the city of Glasgow. Please avoid these riots. We thank you for your cooperation and support. Normal programming operations shall now resume.
This is the BBC from London. We have breaking news from Glasgow as protesters took to the streets of downtown Glasgow last night. Live from Scotland, we have our political analyst, Robert Mitchell. Robert, how do you think this might affect the integrity of Scotland?
Thank you, Malcolm. The situation is already looking bad as numerous rioters have already taken to the streets last night in Glasgow and surrounding areas. This really affects Glasgow's image as it shows that the country is in shambles currently. Their economy is falling apart, and their citizens are now fighting for independence from the UK. We have a protester here with me now. Can you tell us the current state of affairs right now?
Yes, I can tell you everything. Our citizens have had enough of this. We're losing the war against Russia, and there's almost nothing us citizens can do about it to ask for independence. The ideals of democracy in the UK have failed, and now we have had enough. We demand a free Scotland.
Well, you heard it here first. A revolution may be beginning here in Scotland. This is Robert Mitchell, BBC News, Glasgow.
You're watching the BBC from Wales. Normal programming has been interrupted. The following is being transmitted at the request of the British Parliament, as well as local authorities within Wales. A state of emergency has been declared for Wales. Massive protests have broken out across the United Kingdom, including Wales. Do not partake in these protests. You will receive a criminal charge. Repeating, do not partake in these protests. You will receive a criminal charge. The full extent of the damage is not yet known. However, the National Guard has been deployed to curb these protesters. The cause has been identified to be somewhat of a revolutionary movement, originating from Scotland. We have yet to hear from the British Parliament regarding the situation in Wales. For now, please stay tuned to local media sources, including BBC Wales, for the latest information regarding this event. Repeating, Wales is under a state of emergency currently. Do not partake in these protests. Normal programming shall now resume.
This is easily one of the biggest polls in British history, as this will decide whether or not the UK remains, well, united. The Parliament is expected to release the results to the public soon. Live from London is our political analyst Robert Mitchell. Robert.
Thank you, Malcolm. I am here outside of the Parliamentary building in London where we are expecting to hear from the Parliament shortly. And I think we have the numbers now.
Yes, we do. So let's turn it over to the Parliament.
We, as the governing body of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, officially declare the following. We have elected in favour of the immediate dissolution of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland by a vast majority. We made our decision based on the principles of democracy, and with full knowledge of the possible consequences of this action. The dissolution of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland will be effective as of midnight GMT tonight.
Well, you heard it here first. This is the end of the United Kingdom. As of midnight tonight, the UK will officially dissolve into 4 different countries: England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, although Northern Ireland will likely be incorporated into Ireland rather quickly.
This is BBC News from London. We interrupt this programme for some solemn news. The Parliament has ordered that we interrupt normal programming on the BBC to announce the imminent collapse of our country. The United Kingdom will be no more and will break up into 4 different states: Wales, Scotland, England, and Northern Ireland. The laws of these countries are unknown at this time. However, effective at midnight tonight, you will no longer be able to rely on the Parliament. You are at the hands of constituent authority. May God bless you all, and good luck. We will honour the legacy of the United Kingdom one last time with our national anthem.